Hey, what's up guys, Andy here, and today we're reviewing over Black Clover episode 85 titled Together in the Bath. Now, this episode at first glance was going to be a slow filler, but we got a lot of information dropped in this one, and I am so excited for next week's episode. With all of that being said, this episode started off a little bit slow and then picked up by like tenfold in the middle. I'm not saying that this was a great best episode overall kind of thing, but this was a very, very well put together episode that's going to lead in a bigger and bigger event down the road. We've all had our suspicions about old Vangeance, or Vangeance. The Petite Clover kind of summed it up for me. But, there's a lot of stuff to unpack in this episode, but there's not a lot of big stuff. Luck had a hell of an episode because I couldn't stop laughing every time this motherfucker was on scene. But, you'll probably get annoyed by that on down the road as these reviews continue because I am in love with his character, I'm not gonna lie. But without that, with all that being said, let's go ahead and move into this review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you all do enjoy it. And let's jump right on in to episode 85.
They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there.
We start this week off with a little bit of recap of the whole finals, and then Zora's backstory as he's walking off. We cut into our intro here in our title card, Together in the Bath. It should be reminiscing Together in the Bath, because that's what this episode was. But we start off here with Asta kind of just being like brain dead, and I thought at this point it was just going to be a fun little episode, and they're all trying to make him feel better, whatever. And then, oh my god, I couldn't stop. I had a pause. I couldn't stop laughing. Looks like I'm going to go ambush him to make him feel better. He loves fighting. We're going to do this. And everyone's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And he ends up just, it was so funny. I love Luck's character, but he ends up doing it, but nothing happens. They look over at Charmy and they're like, Charmy, what's wrong with you? And she's like, I can't eat. My heart's too full to eat. My dear Yuno was so amazing, and it was so funny. But then we hear a familiar voice walk in scene, and it's Yami. Yami's in nothing but a bathrobe, and he comes up and he's like, Asta, get your ass in the bath. It's a good place to sweat off your stress. And Asta's like, I'll pass. He's like, Captain's orders, motherfucker, get in the bath. So, another Luck moment. They're all in the bath, and Luck's just shocking the piss out of Magna, and he's like, stop it, you little shit. But yeah, I love their characters so much. But then we cut into a little bit of more serious note here. We're getting some of Yami's back. We find out he was a part of the Grey Deer Guild, which is really weird because I always assumed he would have been in the Golden Dawn. But, no, he was in the Grey Deer, and Julius was, in fact, the captain of that squad at the time. So, it's kind of funny that they're now the Aqua Deer, and, Rills is the captain, so that makes me feel like Rills is going to play a bigger part down the road, which is really cool. But we cut into this backstory here, and he says, this is back when I joined. I was out training, and he was fishing, and he couldn't really fish in the pond because he is more used to the sea. And these people come up and they offer him food for a request. That request was for him to fight off the bandits who are always stealing theirs and other villages around theirs crops. And the Magic Knights couldn't send out, a person to their small village because a lot of villages were having that problem. So he said, yeah, I'll do it for naps and food. And we got his full name here, which I don't think we had before. It's Yami Tsukihiro, which I think I finally got a Japanese name right. Correct me in the comments because I'm probably wrong, but that's really cool. But we cut into the whole thing when the harvest comes, and he's just kicking their ass. Like, he's like, 1 down, 2 down, 19, 20. Damn, how many of there are you? And he's like, I gotta take y'all completely out or you'll come back. So he's knocking the piss out of them. And he runs up on the rest of the group, and there's a lot of them. And that's when Vangeance shows up, and I just wrote in my notes here, oh shit, it's about to go down. And he goes, Vangeance tells him, I'm counting on you to watch my back. And then I lost my train of thought. Yami notices something here. He's like, it's like he can almost read my mind. Our key goes together well, which was really cool to see him say. But, you know, he calls him by name, and after the fight's over, Yami asks him, he's like, how do you know me? And he's like, you're kind of a legend. The wild guy from a foreign country who chose to be a Grey Deer. You know, it's kind of obvious. I'm a Grey Deer member as well, but most of my stuff goes on in the capital. So he tells him that, and then Vangeance says something really cool. He's like, I'm sure we'll eventually end up on the same path. And Yami tells him, well, I guess that makes us rivals. So they're kind of like Yuno and Asta in a weird sense, but not really, because, you know, Yuno and Asta are kind of like, you know, it's kind of like Kakashi and Guy and Naruto and Sasuke. They're rivals, but they're different. But we get this cool scene where they're walking past, and he tells him his full name, which is William Vangeance, which I don't think we knew that either. But yeah, that was a really cool scene, and they're like, we're gonna see who becomes, you know, a guild or a guild master first. Is it guild master? Guild captain? Squad captain. Squad captain, that's what it's called. I don't know why I'm thinking of Fairy Tail. But that's the end of the episode, and it was such a good setup for next episode. But we're cutting into our Petite Clover, which, thank you, Black Clover. It is very hard to say Vangeance. I think I'm saying it right, but someone's going to correct me. No, it's Vangeance. And I'll be like, damn, feels bad, man. But pretty much this whole Petite Clover was Yami trying to say his name right, and he kept telling him, you know, that's wrong. He was like shampoo and cream rinse. And that was the funniest one, so I had to get that clip. But yeah, it was just a fun little one, and it really related to me, because I have a problem saying a lot of their names. But our little bit of a clip here was Yami and Vangeance. Next time on Black Clover, episode 86. And he says, damn, it was weird telling them that story like that, but I feel like we're going to get more of that story because they didn't catch the boss. So yeah, I'm really excited for next week. Episode 85 was such a good setup. I am invested in Vangeance's character. I'm invested in Yami. I'm invested in all of these characters. I'm invested in Julius. I want to know what's going on. I don't know if they're going to hit us with a huge swerve and Vangeance is going to be good, because they're kind of playing it up like he's the bad guy. But if they do, I'm alright with that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'm tired as fucking. It's 7 a.m. So I'll catch y'all next time. If y'all do enjoy the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And peace out.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair.